Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a while, I know, so I want to catch up a little bit and then touch on just some tidbits because the sand is running out of that time that we have left for a lot. I've got to go back to the storm situation because it affects why I've been gone for a while. I've been saying, somebody have been saying the storms aren't normal, we know that. But since the last, like we had all those hurricanes, things were not right. And then we had that Arctic blast, and it was pretty cool down here, which I loved it because now it's hot again and I'm miserable. But several days ago, I had and everybody who's with me for a while, I'm prone. I get migraines. I have my whole life. Usually the barometric pressure is what causes that. So all the storms, even if they don't come across us, it changes the barometric pressure, especially because I'm coastal. How Florida is, that happens. So it wasn't like, okay, I mean, that wasn't anything abnormal. And we had that Arctic blast. So, and the pressure went really, really high. After that, it was just weird. Okay. So, but that can happen. Nature, things do things. But I ended up with just over a 6-day migraine. Day and night, I had about a 12-hour window after 48 hours. And it was different than my other migraines. And I just thought, I was exhausted for one thing. I couldn't lay down if you ever had bad migraines. And I ended up having to go, and you know me and Huckleberry. I mean, it's about, I better be on death's door before I'll go in anywhere. That's just how I am. I'm not saying do what I do because, do your own thing. But I ended up having to go in. I had a CT scan because of my family history. People know my mother. She passed from a genetic type of brain tumor that it runs in that side of the family. So it was just weird. And I thought, I'm exhausted. I'm going this long. I better go get it checked out. So I did that. It was all clear. Everything was fine. Apparently there's a lot of people, and I've talked to several people I'm close friends with. Some here in Florida, a little bit south of me, some in different states, and they've been having weird migraines too since the storms. And some of them aren't even where storms are. They just said that things have been weird. I've had migraines I couldn't get rid of, so on. So I don't know, but it was all clear. Everything was fine. And they said, of course, I deny anything. I do not take any kind of medications or cocktails for mine or anything like that. But nothing I normally do was working. So I got it checked out, but I was exhausted and I just could not sit in front of the camera or do anything. Like I said, it was like 6 days, 6 nights straight. It was ridiculous. So the barometric pressure has been weird. The Arctic blast, the cool weather felt great, and I felt great for about 2 days. Now it's hot again. We're back in the 80s, and it's ridiculous. If you watch the weather things, they're doing weird things. We have this weird cold in certain areas, and then I have a good friend who lives in Minnesota and everything, and like early this morning, like in the middle of the night, they were like 80 degrees. So I don't know. There's a lot of weird things going on. So we're chalking it up to that's what it was. But I'm fine. I've been behind on things. So with that, it's been going on. And I want to touch on a couple things. Speaking of the storm systems, if you watch, I've put them on there. I may go put some on my community tab. They're talking about some new systems brewing that could potentially affect the United States, and they're saying that their watch thing for that is October 30th to November 5th. Well, how convenient is that, right? So there's still, usually hurricane season is, June 1st through October 1st. Well, they're extending that, and they said they are expecting us to have winter hurricanes, blah, blah, blah. My take on all that, whatever. So there's always that going on. But we always talk about timing. There's no such thing as coincidence. The timing of everything is because of the storms, those dates I gave. But also, I don't know if most of you may know, again, I haven't been up here, but they are running a grid down exercise, grid down drills on selection day. What could possibly go wrong? Why they would choose that out of all the time to do it, I don't know. But be aware of that, of what could potentially come about. We already talk about that day anyways. If any FFs come about, if they just some nonsense or actors and stuff, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Read between the lines. So those scenarios, those drills and exercises are running selection day. Also, if you saw with the BRIC Summit, they did reveal they have officially launched their new payment system with BRICS has done that. So, with the US dollar, where that's been anyways, is paper at this point. That's going to make it even worse. So I've been kind of following to see what's going to come out of all that. But we've been talking about this time coming up as far as selection time, October, November, through the rest of the year, what's going to happen. I don't know. My take about that, you do what's best for you. My thing, and this is so broad. I know this is so broad, and that's why we do different scenarios, and there's things that are going to happen, I say, aren't going to be anything we're prepared for, but try to be prepared for about anything. I would say now through the rest of the year, at least, you need to be prepared for anything. And there's a lot of people who are still have nothing, or down without, don't have power. Appalachian area, some down in central Florida, is still a mess. People who I know very well are very prepared, they don't have anything anymore. So there's always, and I did my other video talking about our go bags of having things sealed up and waterproof, because you don't know, maybe the only thing you have left of anything. Because there's even still the flooding that went on in New Mexico was horrific. There's flooding in France, there's flooding in Italy, horrific, same type of thing. So, and then they're saying these storms are going to continue through the winter, different types of whatever. So again, be ready for that. Here I am, this is what I do and what I try to help and, guidance on. We're coming into the winter season, which there's no such thing as flu season. There's not those things, same germs, they don't just appear unless maybe they're put out. Okay. Moving on, that, a lot of it has to do with low vitamin D. You're not getting sunshine, you're not eating as well, different things like that. So my thing is, whatever is coming our way, we know something. They threw around dark winter for years, and nothing ever truly fit the timing of it. But this may be it. I don't know. But we need our immune systems, as strong as they can be. So do all the things. Everything I talk about, incorporate this in your lifestyle. Incorporate this into your diet, your everyday stuff. It will be, I'm telling you, it will make a huge difference. You will see. Don't just wait until like, oh my gosh, I'm sick, I need to take this. Now, yes, there's certain things you do, like, okay, I'm sick, I need specifics to take because I have such and such illness, virus, whatever. But it's other things that are preventive thing and help build our strong immune system. Just keep on incorporating that. I talk all the time. You better have your garlic, you better have your oregano, and you can grow those indoors. And I please, I don't care if you put it in a window. Lots of herbs grow just fine. I've talked many years about the little grow lights. They're not expensive. It can be a small amount. Grow herbs inside all year long. And depending on where you live at, some of them do. Some of mine grow out all year long outside. But you need to have those things. Oregano better be on there. You better have garlic. Now, garlic is, I always say, garlic's like a woman's pregnancy. You're going to take 9 months before you get your full growth of garlic when you plant it. So get it in the ground. Get it in the ground so you'll be having that. And, if you haven't planted it, you better go get a bunch. I don't care if you have to dehydrate it. I'm big on the honey and garlic. I don't, however you have to preserve it to have it, you're going to want that through the winter. Is your fire cider going? All those different things. Go back through my videos. Just scan, especially earlier videos, things I told you to make, different herbs I said work for this, and this. I just want it to make me feel better, okay? Because I worry. Just have those things on hand. The same thing with hard copies. I hope you are taking notes, writing things down, buying books, printing things off, whatever you got to have. Drills and stuff they're running around, like, you know what they're going to do. It's not about when, but eventually, if it's going to be when all this goes down. Look at other countries. Everything that happens over there will eventually roll over here. So if they're going to silence things and keep things under wrap, and you're not going to have access to things, you'll be like, oh, I know such and such talked about that, but I can't remember. Let me go. No, there's not going to be any. Come up here and look. Write it down. Take notes. Make 3 ring binders. Whatever you got to do. I am working on my book. I know. I've had so much. That book should have been out a long time ago, but that's life. But there's plenty of wonderful books and hard copies and things you can write down. So that's my big thing. Get your sunshine. I don't care where you live, how cold it is. You can believe in the cold weather isn't awful. Use your common sense. Do your grounding. Do, different things have on hand. I am noticing that some of the things that I recommend are for these type of things I'm saying. Even the oil oregano, different things, I'm seeing some of them are low. Even in my local areas for like my nutrition store and stuff like that, things are low, and they'll say, well, I can order it for you and call you when it comes in. It will probably be 2 weeks or so, which is very unusual. Now, there are certain things, yes, we would still order from, because we have Amazon Prime. Of course, Huckleberry has Amazon Prime, right? But there's certain things I had to order, because there are certain things that when Helene came through, I lost certain things that had to be cold. When our generator broke, the whole story. I'm just now refilling my freezer and holding my breath that nothing else like that happens. But I lost certain things that have to stay cold, that are natural things that I keep, and I've just now started reordering them, and because I can't get them local. They're just out. They don't have access, supply, demand. I don't know. But just, I don't know. And I can go, there's so many wonderful creators that talk about all the things you need to do. We all have our little niche. And my thing is the wellness part, and make sure you have backup plans. Those who are on prescriptions, be careful. Talk to your doctor, your pharmacist. Do things smart. But please, knowledge is power. Educate yourself on what they deem alternative and backups, just in case. Remember where our supply chain of most of those things, which is ridiculous, comes from if anything like that happens. I am still hearing, since way back when the illness was awful, going around high, front and center of, everything. There was so many prescriptions that people, I can't get them. They're low. We're just going to have to switch you, which can be incredibly dangerous also, because we don't have it. I am still having people get up with me and say, they don't have it. I'm running out. I'm having to stretch this, whatever. That's why I'm saying, and I understand everybody's situation is different, but all these years I've been saying this, and I'm still continuing to say, if there's certain things that you can kind of incorporate, and maybe you could wean off of those safely with your doctor involved, and have on hand, it's better than nothing. I mean, even the supply things are people who, with these floods and everything, and having things water sealed tight, if they lose certain cold things, like number one of the things is insulin. People have insulin, they have to do it. Yes, and that can be incredibly dangerous to not have that, especially when your body's used to getting that. It won't be the same. I'm not saying do that and stop it, but to at least have things on hand, alternative, sealed, to help your body out. I just think it's really important. I've been saying it's important. I think it's going to get a lot more needed. Educate yourself, have things on hand, and just be ready for anything. I don't know. They'll probably throw everything on the table. I don't know. This is just one of those, we knew these things were coming, and this is what, it has to come to pass. Selection day, whoever's in the seat, I think things are going to come to pass. That's just my opinion. So I hope everyone's well. I have been getting tons of emails. I'm getting through them slowly. I really haven't been in front of my desk area here or anything much. I'm very behind on emails. I apologize, and I am getting a lot of people ask about different things they have going on. A lot of people are having what they can say really bad flares of, like, arthritis, lots of headaches, and some vertigo type symptoms, different things, brain fog. I've been hearing a lot of going on. So, you can let me know in there. You can send me emails. I am going to sit down and try to get to those today. So if you're on there, bear with me. I haven't forgotten you. I haven't felt like sitting in front of here. I was down for 6 days with a migraine. So life seems behind, and that has to come first before I get on here. So everyone stay well. God bless, and I will see you next time.